Are store credit cards the worst thing since unsliced bread? You probably assume they are, while at the same time being mildly attracted to the 10% off right now that they offer. You know, that one that they dangle in front of you while you're at checkout? Well, a new report by creditcards.com reveals how truly terrible they are. On average, store-based credit cards hold a 23.23% APR. That's almost a quarter in interest for every dollar you have on your card. Or in other words, you'll get hit with a $23 interest fee for every $100 you've put on your card. That is ridiculous. And yet, stores still offer these, and people still sign up for them. So my question is, guys, have you ever signed up for one of these, and have you ever been tempted? Why? Why do we do this to ourselves? Louis, why don't you get us started?
It's like you said, Jeff. It's that extra 10%, that 10% now off. You know, you get it right now. You could stack it with any other coupon you have. That's so tempting when you're in store, and you're like, hey, you know what? It seems harmless enough, sure. And then they'll tell you, oh, we'll run a credit check. It'll take a minute. It's just it all works so seamless, and the retailers know that. And that's why consumers keep falling for it. It's not until, you're essentially signing something without knowing what you're getting into, because, when you do sign up for that credit card, you don't know what the interest rate is. You have no clue until you get your first bill. That's when you're like, holy crap, I have a 25% interest rate. So I think it's the fact that it's so seamless, so easy. That's what makes it so tempting for people to sign up.
Yeah. See, I used to feel like that, but these days I'm so frozen by indecision and anxiety that I don't have enough time to make that kind of decision when they're like, oh, do you want to sign up for the credit card? I'm just like, no, I need to weigh pros and cons. I don't have that kind of time. So really, it's my personal issues that are keeping me from getting deeper in debt. But I will say that for many years I did have a Sears credit card, and it was in fact because I was buying like 2 shirts, and they were like save 10%, and I was like, okay, and I did it, and like I kept that thing for way longer than I should have. And I'm sure that over the amount of time that I had the card, I paid them back that 10% that I saved.
Plus
and
more.
Way more in APR, especially if it's like 23%. You could do that, like the 10% you save, if you don't pay off that credit card immediately upon getting your first bill, like that's it. You've already squandered that away. Dan, how do you feel? How many of these cards do you have?
I have none. I started getting rid of my cards about 3 years ago. I just wanted to be as plastic-free as I could.
Just handing them out to strangers on the street?
Yeah, I just hand them out. Here, have a TJ Maxx card. Go enjoy it. But I remember signing up for one in college, and it wasn't because they gave me, a percentage off. I got a free set of steak knives out of the deal. And
wow.
Why would you give a college student knives anyway? I didn't understand that. But yeah, I remember signing up for it, and I remember having this card. It was actually a Macy's card of all things. And I remember spending money like it was going out of style because I forgot that, well, you eventually have to pay it back.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it was halfway through my first year of that card that they took it away from me. So.
But not by your choice, then. They came a knocking. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It was sad.
See, really. Louis, do you have any store cards still?
When I was in college, I think Macy's was my first card, and it was the same thing, get 10% off on your purchase. I kept it, and the way they made it sound, I still have it. I think it's still active, but the way they made it sound throughout the years, initially when I first got it, it was just a Macy's card. Then I believe it became Macy's Visa card, and then it became Macy's American Express card, which is the one I have now. I don't know if it's still active or not, but I haven't used it in years regardless because, like Dan said, I'm just trying to narrow down my life to one just card. Yeah, exactly.
Should have went for the steak knives, Louis. You should have.
Right, I should have.
Yeah, I mean, if we open this up to other credit cards, yeah, I signed up for a credit card when I first got to college to get a free T-shirt because I was like, sure. I didn't know what a credit report was and what kind of impact having more credit cards was on that. But yeah, I will say that recently I have been good because I haven't signed up for any store credit cards. But that's our 2 cents. What's yours? Let us know what you think of store-branded credit cards in the comment section below. And if you want to sign up for non-terrible credit cards, head over to dealnews.com and search for credit cards to see the current offers that give you something better than steak knives. That's dealnews.com. For dealnews.com, along with Dan Ledbetter and Louis Ramirez, I'm Jeff Summergy. Goodbye.